Hello! This is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions. I'm Magpie, here to show you what zero PS5 does to a motherfucker.
Oh no. Once again.
I was in the line again at Sony Direct.
Gee whiz.
And again, they gave me a wait of more than an hour, which virtually guarantees that I will not be able to purchase the device.
Again, they deny you.
Take my money!
God.
Take my money.
I don't even want new games, I just want to play my old ones.
For real.
Gee whiz.
Oh, man.
Well, keep us posted on what happens.
I will.
I want to know if you transform into a shriveled up husk of a
I'm
man.
gonna become a salmon monster.
Oh god, your body just contorts.
You're too horny for PS5.
He needs
Give it to me!
He requires it to live.
So, what's up with y'all?
I'm Blackle. And what has happened with me? I would say that I read a lot of SCP articles, and surprisingly, I'm not afraid anymore.
Alright, of anything?
No.
No, that's unfortunate for you.
Well, I am afraid of coronavirus.
I'm sure there will be consequences for that.
I think you'd probably be scared of like a big lion if it was close to you.
If it was sleeping, maybe not. I might try to pet it and then die.
That's unfortunate.
I'm afraid. I'm mostly afraid of just like intangible things.
Yeah.
Like you know, lack of a concrete place in the universe, and also
the vastness.
also
Yeah,
parasites.
hey, viewers.
I don't like them.
Welcome to
that's
our Halloween episode where we talk about spooky things.
It's almost Halloween, y'all. Hi everyone, I'm Joey, and I have two small things to report this week. One is a video that I have discovered but have not watched yet, which is Binging with Babish has created the coffee jelly from Disastrous Life of Saki K at one point.
Alright.
And it looks good.
It's just like a pudding or something, isn't
it? It's funny because one of these in the thumbnail looks kind of like flan.
Yeah, it's just like, it's something like that. It's just like a misunderstanding about how to properly use the term jelly.
Yeah, jelly seems like the wrong word, you know?
What? Coffee custard.
But I haven't seen the video, so I can't report back properly on that. But the other thing is we have finished the first season of Mob Psycho.
We did watch all of Mob Psycho.
We did.
That last episode of Mob Psycho is really funny because it just launches off into a fucking side story for no reason.
At the very end, they go hunting for.
They go looking for a Tsuchinoko.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is very good.
It's like, that's good. I like that.
Episode over. Wait, we still have time? Okay, side story.
Alright. Reagan goes into the mountains and comes back with a trash bag full of mushrooms.
Yes.
God.
That show is great.
It's good. Gotta get on season 2 sometime.
It's true. We're gonna have to get on season
2.
I want to know more about this direction they're going, where it's just being like, oh, we'll just give the psychic powers to the adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves it, TBH. Reagan's such a good boy, that's all.
Yeah.
He's just a genuinely, like, responsible person. He's not even necessarily, like, a good person. He's just, like, a responsible member of society.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that.
Well, you're gonna love season 2.
Alright, do you guys want to get into the news?
Hell yeah.
Alright. I've got 3 items here. One's a little bit obscure, but let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
The RPG Maker classic Ruina, Fairy Tale of Forgotten Ruins, is finally available in English just due to the efforts of some dude.
Some dude.
It's like a widely beloved classic over there that just never made it into English, and it's nearly completely unknown over here. But it's of the same type as like Ebe and a couple of the other ones that people know.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy named Dink just discovered it and was just like, wait a minute, why can't I find this in English? So yeah, like a game that's probably as good as like Humaniki.
Whoa.
Been translated in English and is just available. The article doesn't actually say where you can get it right now, but I'm sure that you can find it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you can download the. Oh, well, that's not useful. Yeah, that's just the. Go to Dink's website, Dinklations, and you'll be able to find it.
What a name.
What a name. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here's some actual big news that doesn't like. I'm not directly involved with, but I've heard about it for so long that I know it's actually big. Which is Harmony Gold and Big West have reached an agreement about the distribution of Macross and Robotech, which means people can make Macross and Robotech things now, which hasn't been the case for like 20 years.
What are they?
Have you not heard of Macross?
No, I don't think so.
What is it? It's like Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. It was a robot show in the vein of like Gundam that was just as big for a long time. And then IP disputes ruined it for everyone.
Whoa.
Oh.
Because I think, Tatsunoko, the company that had the rights on all the designs, sold off all of them piecemeal. So, like Robotech, Harmony Gold got all the characters.
What?
For distribution in most of the world, and then a different company got Macross, which they release in Japan. So it's been a world where there's been Macross in Japan and Robotech everywhere else.
Wow.
And every time somebody tries to make something like vaguely similar to the Robotech or Macross licenses, Harmony Gold would sue them into oblivion.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Yeah, the 2 really big companies that own some of the rights to different designs have ironed some shit out and are going to make it possible for both series to exist.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a big deal for Robotech fans.
Yeah, I believe that.
And Battletech people. It's a whole complicated mess. Because there's like the animes with Macross and Robotech, and then there's the fucking tabletop game Battletech.
Right.
And it's a whole thing. So there we go. Speaking of gold, I wanted to bring something to the attention of our listeners, who are always out there to hear about some new merch, and this is clearly within their bracket. Would any of you like a 1/100th scale model of the RX-72 Gundam made out of 24 karat gold?
I don't know if I can afford that.
Oh, it's only a measly $240,000.
Very affordable.
Very affordable.
You could also get Charzaku, which is also made out of 24 karat gold.
That's the one that I want.
Who are these for? They're only making 20 of each.
They're for the ultimate super fans.
They're for the true lunatics out there.
They're for the people who drop $20,000 on a Pokemon card. They're for those people.
This is incredible. This is far outstrips the previous reigning champ, which was the gold experience from part 5 with actual gold plating. That only came out to be like $1,000.
Much more reasonable.
Yeah, reasonable.
Very reasonable.
That's the word I would choose for that.
Oh,
So
totally
Jojo,
completely normal. Me.
you said you had something we could maybe watch this week.
I do have something that we can watch. It is something that has been released very recently, that I think we've all heard of. And this week we are going to be watching The Way of the House Husband.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to watch Way of the House Husband, huh?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Because it's out on Netflix now.
All right, we're back, and now you've seen the thing that I'm going to talk about.
All right.
And so has everybody on my anime list, and they're all guilty of the same thing. But let's hit the blurb first.
Okay.
Who wants to read this?
I'll handle it.
There you go.
Immortal Tatsu, the legendary Yakuza who single-handedly defeated a rival gang with a lead pipe, is the name known to strike fear in both hardened police officers and vicious criminals. Soon after his sudden disappearance, he resurfaces with a slight change in profession. Now equipped with an apron, Tatsu has given up violence and is trying to make an honest living as a house husband. While adapting to mundane household tasks, Tatsu finds that being a house husband has its own challenges, from the battlefield known as supermarket sales to failures in the kitchen. Despite living peacefully, misunderstandings seem to follow him left and right. Goku
Shufudo.
That follows the daily life of a comically serious ex-Yakuza as he leaves behind his dangerous previous life to become a stay-at-home husband.
Goku Shufudo.
Goku Shufudo.
Goku Shufudo.
Way of the House. So, everybody on my anime list made the same mistake, and I'm sure that y'all will bring it up too. But less in like a less asshole fashion. This show isn't really animated, and that's because when it was made and marketed in Japan, it wasn't marketed as an anime; it was marketed as a motion comic.
I see.
Oh shit!
That makes a lot of sense. That explains a lot of things.
Because that's the sort of treatment that comedy manga get whenever they move into the animation world.
Yes.
Like, One Punch Man was an exception, and that's because it has action components.
Yeah.
Right. It makes sense.
It's a little more animated, because I think it came out of, didn't it come out of Kyoto Studios? I don't know. But, Skullface Bookseller is very similar.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
definitely, yeah, you definitely get used to it. I would say
you get used to it really quickly, and also it's more animated than some of the other stuff we've watched, like
yeah,
like what was it, the World
Yamazuken,
the World Picture Book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's a lot more animated than that, and the quality of the art is consistent.
It looks better overall,
and it's quite good.
Yeah.
The watching experience is if you watch something that was just keyframes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks great, even though they do fudge it a little bit and shake things around.
Yeah.
What did you just post? Oh god, that.
Just the gif of the snowman pushing the dude off the cliff.
Slowly. One pose.
The
flying
snowman,
to the right of the frame.
That show was silly, but that snowman is legendary.
It is.
So.
Anyway.
But yeah, let's talk about this one.
Oh, I just saw something on my anime list. It's really funny.
Oh, yeah?
Tatsu is listed as the main character. Tatsu's wife is listed as a supporting character. It's just like, I feel like she's a big enough deal for the story that she should be part of the main cast.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we talk about his Shiba Inu apron?
How
How cute it is.
It's very
is that what's on
cute.
his apron? I knew it had a design on it, I just wasn't paying attention.
Anyway, basically the show is like, the show's shorter than normal shows we watch. It was only 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
But it's just a bunch of like tiny, like shorts.
Yeah, snippets.
Yeah.
Tatsu's a hard-ass Yakuza who gave up the life for love, but still acts like it, and that's where all the comedy derives from.
Yeah, and everyone seems to be able to tell that he's Yakuza in the real world.
That's at least common to like Yakuza fiction. Like, it's always a plot point in the Yakuza games, like where you're almost never an active gangster, but people are just like, look at that Yakuza.
Yeah.
People run up and like, we're gonna beat you up.
It's like, you're a Yakuza, aren't you? No, we don't believe you. Kiryu standing there on Okinawa in a Hawaiian shirt, just like, okay, fine, we'll fight, I guess.
Alright, I'm gonna beat you up.
We get this done, I have to go back to the orphanage. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I have to go race my tiny car now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yes, this has similar energy, in that he's very like scary looking to most people, but like
he's incredibly
he's very
intense.
like soft-hearted.
You can tell that like based on his actions that like he's like a really creepy in like the way that like they animate him, where it's like they always show him like sort of like at that weird like angle where his head is tilted and you just see upwards from
tilted
his jaw.
upwards, looking down upon you.
Yeah. And the way they get the voice that they gave him.
That was that was all pretty standard for like the more intense type of shonen stuff, but the really creepy one was him giving his wife the fucking boss's birthday party.
Birthday cake.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
That scene made me cackle out loud.
Happy birthday, Miko. Oh man, that's a thing in the Yakuza. The boss's birthday is a big deal. So you put out all the calligraphy, and then you have to have everybody pass through security, so they don't so the boss doesn't get assassinated at their own birthday party.
All the lights are off and the candles are just underlighting him.
He fucking made his wife go through security to get to her own birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Incredible. I like also that like this is the last episode of the episode.
Yes.
And he's like he gives her the gift and she's like, oh, I already have this one. He's like, I will pay the price. And she's like, no.
Immediately attempts to cut his pinky finger off.
He goes to cut his finger off and she's like, no, and she throws him out of a window.
Yeah, apparently that's the punchline for a lot of the comics is Miku clotheslining him.
A lot of people getting thrown through windows in this show so far. We're all over the place with this one.
Yeah, we should go from the beginning, I think.
Yeah, it's not like there's a big through line in the plot, but yeah, we should go. There was the breakfast incident where he painstakingly crafted a bento box for complete with Instagram photos.
He's gotta.
It's just like, you're taking this with you.
She forgot her lunch.
Runs after her. Like, Lady goes on a bicycle.
Yeah, he locks it up in a fucking steel suitcase and goes on a bicycle and gets
The steel
stopped by the
suitcase.
cops.
The steel suitcase shows up a lot too.
It's funny.
Wasn't as useful.
Yeah. But yeah, the cops are like, this guy is trouble. And he just hands them a coupon.
It's like that. Imagine you're like a public safety officer and like the outskirts of like a suburb of Tokyo, and you're just like, that guy, that is a Yakuza in an apron on a bike. What is going on?
This guy's like supposedly a legendary Yakuza too. Like,
yeah, like he destroyed like 4 rival groups in one night with his fists.
yeah.
He has the full Kiryu dragon back tattoo.
He's extremely Kiryu.
Oh no, he's not Kiryu. See,
No.
the thing is Kiryu has no edges.
Fair enough.
And he's very dumb. I don't think Tatsu is actually stupid.
This is true.
I think he's just very intense.
Yeah, I could see that.
Tatsu's definitely a Majima.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a
got
Majima,
that
not a
stank, the
Majima's.
stank.
I feel like Majima's more of a chaotic though.
Tatsu rising from a manhole cover to get his wife her lunch. You thought you could get away.
God.
He just doesn't have the same Majima energy. I think
Yeah.
he's more of like a mix.
Well, he's retired Majima.
Hey, I guess.
And Majima in like Zero and stuff wasn't as crazy as he is later.
Okay. I haven't been introduced. I like how we can't talk about this show without
talking about my favorite game series, Yakuza.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Listen, there's parallel.
There's definite parallels. So yeah, what are more of the bits?
Not protege, but like one of his underlings, someone he knew.
Previous subordinates.
Yeah, previous subordinate discovers him, and like tries to talk to him. And there's a scene where Tatsu's just loading up the fucking bomber recycling machine with bottles.
The kid's talking to him, and the machine's just going.
The sound that the bottles make as they get crunched up.
Yeah. God.
And then he takes him to cooking class, and they learn how to make cheese croquettes.
Yeah.
And what's that kid's name? Masa. He gets very emotional about how he left the organization and abandoned them. So Tatsu just slaps the shit out of him.
Yes,
he does.
And then they both have to clean up after themselves.
And then they have to clean up because they made a mess.
They ruined cooking class.
So they ruined cooking class.
God.
Can you imagine that dressing down afterwards? It's like, they're not going to invite me back anymore.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to make croquet for my wife.
I need to keep it fresh or she'll leave me.
It's her birthday soon.
We're doing creme brulee later. I need to learn how not to burn it.
I have to learn how to do this just so my souffle doesn't fall. Do you understand me? This is life and death.
Do you understand me?
Gosh.
She's the light of my life.
I think my favorite of them are the weirdly heartwarming endings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like with the knife salesman. It's just like,
The knife salesman one was so good.
Yeah.
This guy's selling junk knives, and he knocks on the wrong door and gets stuck in with Tatsu, and he's just like, oh shit, okay, no, keep calm, just sell the knives. He's just like, do you mind if I try it out?
We have to also mention that Tatsu does show up to the door wielding a knife covered in blood
And he
It may be
said,
tomato
sorry, I was
sauce.
just... But it
I was
looks
just
like
grabbing
blood.
something.
And it is like it's not like a cooking knife. It's
It's a carving knife. And he says, I was just busy carving something up.
now it's like very specifically like what do you call them? Give me a second. I know the
don't
name
actually
of this.
know. The knife nerd speaks.
It's like a traditional tanto, so it's for killing people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think at any moment that Tatsu's gonna like give him a dressing down like this knife shit I know because I'm a Yakuza or whatever. But no, he
Yeah.
just uses the knife to make a very tasty meal for the knife salesman. And the knife salesman's like, this is so good. I think I'm gonna stop being a knife salesman. Also,
It's
this
like,
dude's creepy. I
This
gotta
guy
get
scares
out
the
of
shit out of me. I gotta get out of here.
I think I should pack it in.
So I need to address this because this is my one actual gripe with the show, which is that is not how you make hamburger steak.
Yeah.
First of all, he put the meat into a blender.
That's
yeah, he did do that.
that was a food processor,
Which
I
is...
thought.
He put the hamburger into a food processor and blended it.
No, you shouldn't. That's how you make...
This is how you
Slime.
make an inedible paste.
This
Wow.
would be disgusting.
And when the guy was eating it, he mentioned that the fish sauce brought out the... No, it didn't. You don't put that in there. What is wrong with you? Very little actually goes into a hamburger steak. You just take the meat, you take your ground, like, beef out, and you flatten it into a hamburger patty.
Yeah.
And you salt and pepper it, and then the flavor comes from the gravy. It's like stock and onions and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I feel like that joke probably came less from the show itself and more from the comic writer who didn't know how to make this thing.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's how they do it in Japan, but if they do it that way in Japan, they're wrong.
Well, they probably are, to be honest.
It's all relative.
I don't
You're gonna go there
appreciate
and you're
this.
Hey, Magpie have food opinions.
But other than that,
And then like there's an episode where Tatsu's on a bike and just like goes head first into the closed window of a car that happens to be
it happens to have a guy from like the Kiku clan or something in it,
Like a rival clan or something.
like
trying
a rival organization.
to hunt him down.
Again, they get involved in a little fender bender, and he's like, shit, and he runs away, and the guy's just like, get him, chase him, and they chase him into a department store, and he's just like, you, hold this, and he's just like, what? And they're at a grab sale. He comes away with a sweater and a pair of gloves, and the guy's just like, are you fucking shitting me?
He like even like yells at them for not like doing good.
Yeah, for doing bad.
And then they're like, wait a minute, are we chasing you?
Yeah, the guy pulls a gun on him, and he does the smoothest judo move I've ever seen, in which he disarms this man and puts the gloves on.
Yeah. Which just so happened to conjure up a childhood memory of his mother getting gloves.
Being a poor child, being given gloves.
It was also very cute and wholesome.
That's my favorite of the comics. Too.
I've never seen the comic for that one. Actually.
It's a good one. It plays out almost entirely the same.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I feel like most of these, or all of these, probably do.
And then we have Homeward Bound, the anime, for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was my other gripe. His cat Geen goes out for a walk and talks to all the local animals and insects, and encounters a dog who's managed to wrap her leash all the way around her doghouse. Which, if you live in the city and have a walled-in backyard and a doghouse, and you have staked your dog down, you don't like your dog very much.
Yeah, that I felt bad for that dog because the cat saw this poor dog wrapped around the doghouse, and I was like, oh, the cat's just gonna help the dog get free. And the cat does try and help the dog, but the dog makes it worse,
Yeah,
gets
she just
tangled
wraps
up even
herself
worse.
further.
And then the
Because,
cat's just
LMAO,
like, oh,
bye.
too bad for you, and just fucking leaves.
Oh well, I think I'll go home.
Almost came
I was
across
like,
a
no!
parable.
It made me feel really bad.
Somebody help her.
Please,
She's
save
too
this
dumb
dog.
for this.
Oh, poor
gosh.
baby.
Somebody tell her owners to stop doing it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
I
God.
did kind of enjoy that segment, except for the sad ending. But I would enjoy if the cat and the dog came back, which I think they
Yeah.
probably will.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I was watching that and I was like, this is very Joey core. Like with the
Yeah.
cat animation.
The part where the cat's just looking at the ants, and the ants are talking to the cat.
It's just like
Like-
we're being watched. You guys eat grasshoppers? Yeah.
I like how the cat was so round and its eyes were so big.
Yeah,
Very pleasant
it
to
was
look
very
at.
cute. I liked the cat.
It's generally all pretty good.
Yeah.
So, when are we gonna watch the rest of this?
Good
Are we
question.
gonna get together and do it?
And just eat this.
Yeah, we should.
Mhm.
Anytime. I'm down.
Maybe you could jump into the other server and just start playing it without any prompting.
Yeah.
People will be like, what's going on
People will
in
filter
here?
in and they'll just be like, "That's rad."
Yeah.
And be like,
It's
oh,
like
this
it's not
is
like
fun.
there's any plot or anything. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just Tatsu trying to live his life.
Yeah. Yeah. We did the same thing with World Yamazuken, where afterwards we just jumped in that server and just played it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
but World Yamazuken got fucking crazy.
It did!
It went places.
World Yamazuken we watched more to like
See
to
where it
lose
would
our
go.
minds.
Yeah.
This I feel like we would watch more to like soothe our souls.
This is just a
Yeah.
genuinely good show. Despite
Mhm.
what it's rated on My Anime List because people don't understand the realities of the animation industry.
Yeah, that was my one thing, was like, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I think they made up for it with the sound design. And,
Yeah, like
especially the fucking scene with the bottles.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the bottles being put in the recycling machine. I think like
That
that
was
wouldn't
so
be as hard
good.
without the audio. Because the audio like has this whole level of comedy where it's like the dude's trying to talk to him, you just hear ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
Crunching noise.
Yeah.
That's how you do it with a comedy. Like, and they realize that they're just like, oh, we just need to get some voice acting talent on this.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
voice acting was pretty good.
Like,
Uh-huh.
Tetsu's voice actor is great.
Yes.
Like, he's a real fucking ham.
Mhm.
Happy birthday
Yes.
to you.
That scene was literally so powerful. What'd
Yeah.
y'all think of the like intro and outro music?
I
They
wish
were
they
really
had translated it.
strange.
I wish they had fucking translated that so I could read what the lyrics were.
The metal was a little intense.
I wasn't ready for what the music was gonna sound like.
I feel like Japan always wants to dump like intense metal music on things that are even a little bit dark when they don't necessarily merit it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is about Yakuza. It's just like, it is a slice of life comedy.
Yeah. I thought that the intro's visuals were like really overwhelming.
Of course, they did. Yeah, the intro visuals were really weird, actually.
Yeah. It was like a lot going on.
They went some stylish places, I'll give them that. But I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
they
done.
did.
They did some stuff I wouldn't have done. But
Yeah.
actually, come to think of it, they do that with Skull-Faced Bookseller, too. Just big metal intro song for a show about working at a bookstore and be like, oh no, this foreign man wants to buy yaoi.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Oh god, that totally reminds me. We never talked about the scene where he goes into the DVD store.
That
Right.
that scene is great because because he scares the clerk, then asks the clerk about a product, and the guy immediately snaps into retail machine, and it's great,
Yes.
like in the face of a Yakuza, to the point where Tatsu has to slap him to get him to stop.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was like, this is me, anyone like asking me about one of my like interests, and I'm just like, I am ready to info dump on you.
Both sides of the equation, because I am also Tatsu when anybody tries to upsell me things. I am just
Yeah.
like, shut up, bring out the goods.
It's also funny that he does the thing that he purchases is called Polycure.
Yeah, it's definitely
Which
like
is-
a take on Precure.
Yes.
That movie apparently is just fucking destroying the box office over there. It's just behind Ava.
Oh yeah.
Wow. You know what? I believe it though. It's supposed to be
Ava-
extremely popular.
And Ava is light years behind the Demon Slayer movie for some reason. A film which I cannot watch at this point.
People fucking love Demon Slayer. What
I don't know
can
what
we
the fuck's
say?
going on. Holy shit. If you know what the fuck is going on, you can tell us at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
Please tell us. I have no earthly idea what's happening. Like with anything.
And if you want to, I don't have anything clever to say, but we do have a Twitter as well.
That's one the word, not the number.
I'm sorry. I got distracted momentarily by the snowman again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep looking at the snowman.
Blackle, why'd you have to post him?
Blackle made an incredible gif of the snowman that just lives on Discord now. And if you can find it, I'm sure it's on Tenor somewhere. You can use it.
If
you
you search, I
search,
think if you search for snowman cliff bump, it'll get you it.
Snowman, bonk, cliff, push, gif.
Incredible.
That'll get you it. But yes, we are also at One Episode Cast on Twitter. That's also one the word, not the number.
Yeah.
Blackle, you serve the organization well.
I do what I can.
I don't have any more jokes about this. The show was good.
Yeah,
It
me
wasn't-
neither.
Good.
It wasn't bad enough to make a lot of jokes.
No, it wasn't.
We gotta watch some real dog shit. We've been watching too much like quality
Good stuff.
material.
Yeah.
To
We
be
have to-
fair, I brought
on
this one
anime.
knowing that it was probably going to be good. I didn't bring it knowing that it was going to be an animated comic, but I didn't mind that aspect.
Yeah, it worked
so
out.
Mhm.
Worked out
That's
fine.
all I can say.
Like I was gonna bring something, but now I gotta find some real trash.
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
give us the garbage.
We'll go back to
Well.
viewers' suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you suggesting that all the viewer suggestions are trash?
Wink.